Doon sa tumatawag kay Ate Kati. Okay lang. So magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat, sa inyong tanan. Kamusta po? Kamusta? Galing kayong work natin? So, maraming salamat po sa inyong pagpunta, lalo kay Ate Lovely yung first time. So, sana po makapag-pray talaga kayo. Maniniwala ba kayo kanina ko lang ginawa to? Sobrang pasensya ng sobrang busy talaga eh. Sobrang busy. Sobrang hectic ng ating schedule ngayon. Iba talaga pag-artistahin. So, ayun. Pero sana naman we may be able to have an encounter tonight. So, yung ating pong reflection no, is about this, yung ating gospel for this coming Sunday, for tomorrow, no, is about the sending of the 12. No, yung sending of the 12 apostles of Christ. No, and this happens after na hindi naman tanggapin si Jesus as a prophet sa kanyang sariling lugar. No? And I guess what the gospel is trying to tell us is that, or Jesus is trying to tell us no, na if this is my destiny, no, kung destiny ko na hindi tanggapin, your destiny will be the same also. No? May mga tao ding tatanggap sa'yo, but be assured, no? Be so assured na may mga tao din na hindi tatanggap sa'yo. And siguro I would like to start these prayer guidelines with a question. So when you want to send someone, no, when you want to send someone as an emissary, no, or a representative, sabihin na natin sa corporate world or sa business world, di ba? As a chief operating officer or a manager, di ba? O di kaya head of administration, sino ba yung ipapadala mo? No, sino yung ipapadala mo? And I suppose, no, ibabase mo yung criteria mo, no, kung sino ba yung pinaka-kayang gawin yung task na ibinigay sa inyo, no. And for sure, no, you will gather or you will compose your team, no, with the best people, with the best set of skills, no, para talagang magawa ng mahusay yung trabaho. No? For sure, ang pipiliin mo kung ikaw yung leader, pipiliin mo is yung talagang well-trained, no? Yung talagang marunong, maalam, yung charming, no? Kung talagang kailangan ma-close yung deal, no? Someone who is strong, no? In short, no? And so for me, no, yung gospel is coming Sunday, no? At least for me, it appears to be senseless. No? Sobrang hindi siya nagme-make sense sa akin. Kasi as Jesus has shown us, no, that He has chosen a group of odd people, no, mga oddballs, kung tawagin, odd people with questionable backgrounds and credibility, no, and He sent them, no, empty-handed in what seems like a mission impossible. No, parang mission impossible to, no, kasi isa-send mo yung pinakamahihina sa grupo ninyo. No? But really, no, I guess the invitation of God for us, no, is to enter into the real meaning of mission. No, yung totoong kahulugan ng mission. This mission which is coming from the very heart of Jesus, where the criteria is far from the criteria of the world. And gusto kong hatiin yung guidelines ko to 3 parts. By the way, the title of this prayer guidelines is requirements. And I would like to chop it into 3 parts. Una is yung sinabi sa gospel na tinawag ni Jesus ang 12 at sinugod. Ito si Jesus. Sinugong dala-dalawa. So they sent them 2 by 2. Sabi pa sa English. No, bakit kaya 2 by 2? Audience participation time. Ate Yet, ikaw magaling dito sa mga partnering eh. Ba't kaya dala-dalawa?
Yung solo pa talaga. Yung single pa talaga.
Bakit kaya dala-dalawa, Ate Yet?
Kasi parang ano yan. Yung less is better than more.
Yes.
Diba? At the same time, kasi pang ano rin yung motivation
Pero more than the more than the emotional part of that of reason ka. No? According kasi sa Jewish law, no, they need at least two person, no, to testify and agree. No, to testify and agree. So if the hearers object, no, kung may nakakarinig man na mag-o-object dun sa taong yon, they have the required number, no, para i-present o i-affirm na talagang totoo yung sinasabi ng taong yun. So at least this is, in a sense, the strategical way of Jesus of sending His disciples. No? Sabi nga sa Deuteronomy 19 verse 15, one witness is not enough to convict or accuse someone of any crime or offenses na they may have committed. A matter must be established by a testimony of 2 or 3 witnesses. No? So according to the Jewish law, para masabing totoo yung isang bagay, kailangan hindi lang isa yung nagsasabi. Kailangan dalawa kayo or tatlo or more than 3. No, but I think, no, tulad ng sabi ni Ate Yayet kanina, more than the following of the law, I'd like to believe that Jesus sent them in pairs also, no, for a sentimental reason. No? They were, di ba sabi may kasabihan tayo na, to be lost and alone is scary, but to be lost with someone is an adventure. No, kung mawawala ka nang mag-isa ka, nakakatakot yun. Pero kung mawawala ka nang may kasama ka, isa siyang adventure. No? Minsan kung friend mo pa, kung talagang close mo, best friend mo, nagkakabaliwan pa kayo sa daanan, di ba? Tatawanan nyo lang yung pagkakawala ninyo. And they were set in pairs, no, so that they can check on each other. Yun din naman yung very reason about it. No? To support and encourage each other, especially, no, in times of trials and hardship. No, they are mutually accountable, no, to each other, hindi lang sa pagli-live out ng faith nila, but also, no, in helping each other not from falling into temptation or to sin. Diba? Madalas makakatulong sa iyo na maging mabuting tao kapag may tao nagbabantay sa iyo. No, and I think this is also part of Jesus being strategical, no, in His way of sending His disciples. And now I would like to ask you, no, for this part of the guidelines, no, sino ba yung mga katubay mo sa iyong journey? Who is this person whom you consider to be a partner in your faith? No, sino-sino yung mga tao dito? Ako, if you ask me, I have so many partners in faith. No? I am blessed to journey with so many, as I would say, friends and partners of faith. No? Si Ate Dar, nakasama ko sa youth, no? One of the advisors, si Ate Leng, nakasama ko rin sa maraming missions. Si Kuya Bong na natutulong. Pero andyan siya in spirit, diba? And I'm blessed, no? I'm blessed to have so many partners, no? And I would say na isa sa mga pinakamagandang bagay in our mission, no, in living out the mission, is not of what we achieve. No? Hindi yung mga na-achieve natin, hindi yung mga nararating natin. Pero mostly, is dahil kung sino yung mga kasama natin. Diba? It's what makes our journey memorable. No? It's because of the people who are with us. And then second, no, I would like to give a much importance dun sa sinabi ni Jesus na instruction. Sabi niya, sa inyong paglalakbay, huwag kayong magdala ng anuman, no? Maliban sa tungkod, ni pagkain, balutan, salapi sa inyong lubutan, o bihisan ay huwag kayong magdala, pero magsuot kayo ng panyapak. No, very, very clear yung instruction ni Jesus sa mga disciples niya. No? And ako, no, as I was telling kanina about being a good leader, no, kung magpapadala ka ng isang tao, of course, if you're a good leader, you won't be sending your team empty-handed. No, hindi mo sila padadala ng wala, nang wala sila, no. Minsan nga yung mga companies, di ba, they have everything in pampered, that's the word, no. You can full paid expense. All expense paid, di ba? Usually, when they are sending their delegates, di ba? You will not set them up to fail. No? Hindi mo sila ipadadala para mag-fail. No? And you will do your best as well, no, to give your team, no, the best and finest care, no, or yung mga means for them para talagang magawa nila yung task. Personally, ako, no, kapag ako yung nagta-travel, I always make sure na I have these essentials. Una, food and water. Pangalawa, pera or walking money. Tapos pangatlo, pamalit na damit. Na una, pagkain, sobrang importante sa akin. Obvious naman, di ba? Sobrang obvious. It gives us, di ba, the physical energy for us to be able to do what we need to do. No? Yun yung nagbibigay sa, di ba, kapag hindi ka nakakain, lalampa-lampa ka. Baka mamaya, bumiyahe ka ng gutom ka, himatayin ka pa sa labas, no? Hindi ka pa nakauwi ng buhay. And ganun siya ka-importante sa akin that whenever I go out, no, kung lalabas man ako, I always make sure na either kakain ako bago ako umalis, or may dala akong pagkain, or kung wala man, meron akong pera pambili ng pagkain. No? So, napaka-essential niya for me. And I can only imagine, no, yung frustration ng mga lalaking ito, ng mga disciples na ito, when Jesus told them na hindi kayo magdadala ng pagkain. And I can really relate to this kasi ibang kain ng lalaki. No? Imagine, kumbaga doble sa kung ano yung kinakain ninyong mga babae, di ba? Minsan nga triple pa eh. Kasi minsan ganun talaga yung siguro ako yung sikmura ko, ganun talaga. No? Pero I would say, no, yung ibang lalaki malakas talaga kumain eh. No? And isa pa sa mga rule ko is, I never go out ng eksakto lang yung pera ko. No? Hindi ako umaalis ng eksakto lang yung pera ang dala ko. I always make sure na meron akong extra just in case na may unexpected thing na mangyayari sa daan. Lagi sinasabi sa akin ng nanay ko, huwag kang magdadala ng eksakto kasi kapag nalaglagan ka ng piso, hindi ka na makakauwi. No? Pero nung time niya kasi hindi pa na-invento yung 1, 2, 3 eh. Joke lang, masama yun. No, pero totoo, no? There's wisdom in it, no? Kung malalaglagan ka ng barya, mahirapan ka nga naman umuwi, di ba? And isa yon sa mga talagang must do ko ay mga a must kapag ako ay bumabiyahe. And most importantly, no, ako personally, I never go out nang walang dala-dalang extra t-shirt. Kasi madalas ako, kapag lumabas na ako ng bahay ng umaga, ang uwi ko na gabi. Madalas ganun na nangyayari sa akin. So, I always make sure na meron akong extra t-shirt kasi sobrang pawisin din ako. Halata naman. No? Makilos lang, no? Makatapat lang ako ng hagdan, no? Mabiyahe lang pawis. And ako, pakiramdam ko, ang indecent ko, kapag pakiramdam ko, lagkit-lagkit ko, parang hindi ko kayang humarap sa tao. So, kailangan lagi akong merong dala-dalang t-shirt. And I am like this, no? Ganito ako siguro kasi I was so used, no, to being pampered by my mother. No? Sanay na sanay ako na inaaruga ako ng nanay ko, especially nung lumalaki ako. Siya yung pinakaunang tao na nagme-make sure na bago ako umalis, nakakain na ako. Bukod pa doon, kailangan may dala akong pagkain. Kung wala man, may pera siyang bibigay para sa pagkain. Siya rin yung nagre-remind sa akin na, ayun nga, na magbabiyahe ng sakto yung dalang pera. And that laging magdadala ng towel sa kanang t-shirt kapag umaalis, pamalit, para hindi magkasakit, diba? So, ganito pinapakita sa akin ng nanay ko yung pagmamahal niya sa aking pag-aaruga niya. So, it seems senseless to me, no? Hindi nagme-make sense sa akin as to why would Jesus deprive yung disciples niya of these basic necessities. So, bakit nga naman pagkakaitan mo yung mga disciples mo ng mga importanteng bagay na ito? But then, I realized how important it is, no? Kung gaano ka-importante na hindi ka magkaroon nun. para dun sa disciple niya, para sa mga disciples niya. Kasi minsan, when we are so well prepared, no, oftentimes we give too much credit to ourselves. No, kapag sobrang preparado tayo, pakiramdam natin lahat ng credit sa atin, magaling tayo eh. Buti na lang kumain ako, kung hindi, ganito yung nangyari. Buti na lang may dala akong pera. No? Kung hindi, ganito yung nangyari sa akin. Buti na lang pala may dala akong extra shirt. No? Buti na lang lagi akong handa. Galing-galing ko talaga. No? Ang galing-galing ko talaga. And sometimes, no, this readiness or being prepared of ours takes a place in where God can do His work in our lives. No? Tinatanggalan natin yung Diyos ng lugar sa buhay natin kung saan pwede siyang kumilos. And it takes the very essence of the mission. No, tinatanggal niya yung very essence ng mission, which is yung trust and dependence. No, yung trust and dependence. So Jesus, by sending His disciples empty-handed, no, nang walang-wala, is a reminder for them na hindi ito tungkol sa inyo. No, nakikiisa lang kayo. You are just partakers of the mission. Nakikiisa ka lamang, hindi ito tungkol sa iyo. No, it isn't about you, but it's about that someone or that one who sends you. And most of the time, no, delegating or being sent brings a certain pride in us. No? Kapag pakiramdam natin isinisubo tayo, kapag pinipili tayo, pakiramdam natin, galing-galing ko siguro, kaya ako pinili, kaya ako pinapadala. And it makes us feel so validated. No? It makes us feel affirmed na ang galing-galing ko kasi ipapadala ako. Ang galing ko kaya nga ako yung pinili eh. No? Kaya mahusay ako kasi ako yung ipapadala. No? Kaya kaya ko, kaya ako kasi kaya ko. No? Kaya ako kasi kaya ko. Pero to feel powerless, no? To feel powerless, to feel uncertain, no? Unprepared, makes us realize that when we achieve something, we achieve not because we are the best. No, we achieve because everything is grace. No, all is grace. Everything is grace from God. Pero more than that, I feel that Jesus is trying to impart an important lesson doon sa mga taong nais sumunod sa Kanya. No, that as a disciple, no, bilang mga disipulo, we are called to be sensitive in so many realities, especially in the reality of poverty. No? We are being called to be more personal with people na walang-wala, na talagang walang kayang ibigay, kumbaga nangangailangan, nanghihingi. So that you will be the first one to experience, no, yung helplessness ng isang pagiging missionero. No? You will be sent as someone who is powerless, no, as someone who is needy, no, as someone who is in the asking end. And I have my own share of experience of being someone who is in the asking end, no, yung nangihingi pa. No, for example na lang yung sa ating fundraising sa youth na t-shirt, no. Pwede po ninyong mabili ng 500 pesos na wow, nag-promote. So, ay pakiramdam ko talaga na parang kang nagmamakaawa, no, na para lang may bumili. No? Pero alam mo naman kung para saan mo gagamitin, sa mabuti naman. Pero lunok na lunok yung pride mo, no? Gasgas na gasgas yung kapal ng mukha mo para mag-alok, para magbenta, para magmakaawa, no? Para i-promote yung t-shirt na unreasonable yung price, no? Umahal 500 t-shirt, may bibili pa ba ng t-shirt na halagang 500 ngayon? Ang ukay ata, mga nasa 100, may masusunod ka na. Pero we are selling t-shirt, no, for 500 pesos. So, kailangan talaga naming lunukin, no? Lunukin yung aming mga pride. And it hurts. No, sobrang masakit, no? Para lumapit ka sa isang tao na parang, bakit ka naman mabentahan to? It hurts. No? It hurts your ego. It hurts your pride. No? And also in my current situation right now, no? Talagang I was blessed. No? I was blessed with an opportunity this past days. No? Somebody would want to sponsor me to go back to college. Right? And it was an undeserved grace, I would say. No? Na parang may maniwala sa iyo para pag-aralin ka ulit. And para magproseso ng mga kailangan mo sa college, ng mga documents na kailangan mong buhain, it will require, no, a walking money, no, pamasahe pabalik pa rito, papunta sa kung saan, request ng document. It will take so much financial need. So lapit ako ng bahagang buntot dun sa aking benefactor na dito kailangan ko talaga, hindi ko siya magagawa kung wala nito. Pwede ko, kakapalan ko na yung mukha ko, yun yung lagi kong word. Kakapalan ko na yung mukha ko, ito po yung kailangan ko, ito yung mga kailangan dokumento, ganito siya kamahal, ito po yung babayaran. But I'm so blessed to have, no, a very generous benefactor talaga. So being the powerless, no, or being the powerless, being the needy, being someone who is in the asking end, it crushes your ego and your pride. And sobrang sakit talaga nun. And the person, no, it is important, no, it's important for a person, no, or for a disciple, no, na mawala yung ego mo, yung pride mo, no. Because a person cannot be a disciple if you are proud. If you are a very proud person. So when you have your share of experience of being powerless, no, being a needy, when you speak in the name of God, no, in the name of Jesus, they will at least know that God has sent them a prophet. A prophet who is not in the pedestal, pero a prophet who is one with them. Someone na they know, or malalaman nila that God is really with them or one with them. Kasi you personally have experienced what it's like to be, I would say, a nobody, no? Or yung walang-wala. And they only have allowed them to have one special item. Out of all that requirement, isa lang yung pinayagan ni Jesus sa kanila. Sandalias. No? Sandals. And I would like to believe because yung reason is that missionary people, no, or disciples, is a person free of attachment. Pwede man sabihin ni Jesus, kailangan meron kang sapatos, okay na yun. Pero sandals, no, the most low, kumbaga chinelas, no, pinakamababang uri ng pangyapak, no. Siguro this is a way of Jesus telling us na you have to be free from all material and worldly attachment. Kasi a missionary is someone who is always on the go. Dapat lagi kang ready umalis. And tagal nun kung magtatali ka pa ng sintas, di ba? Unlike ng sandals na pagsuot mo, larga, alis. And a missionary is always someone who go where there is greater need. Kung saan siya pinakakailangan talaga. And the third part, no, that struck me the most sa gospel this Sunday is yung at sa alinmang tahanang inyong tuluyan, no, magstay kayo roon hanggang sa pag-alis ninyo sa bayan yun. Kung ayaw kayong tanggapin o pakinggan sa isang dako, umalis kayo roon, pagpag nyo yung alikabok ninyong mga paa bilang babala sa mga taga roon. No? Jesus was being honest. No? Talagang nagpapakatotoo si Jesus sa kanila. He was honest in sending them, no, sa group of rebellious people. No? Mga mahihirap intindihing mga tao. And he was assuring them na May mga taong hindi makikinig sa inyo. No? May mga taong hindi magwe-welcome sa inyo. No? Jesus is assuring them na makaka-encounter sila ng mga taong passive-aggressive sa inyo. Na talagang hindi kayo papansinin at all. No? People who are obstinate. No? Or as they call it, no? People who are hard-hearted. No? Matitigas yung puso. Pero kahit na ganun pa man, no? Pinadala pa rin sila. Pinadala pa rin sila ni Jesus. No? They are sent, and it is not with a purpose to win souls. No, pinadala sila hindi dahil ang gusto ng Diyos meron kayong maligtas na kaluluwa. No, or kailangan may makonvince kayo na tao, hindi naman kaya meron kayong makonvert. No, so hindi yun yung reason ni Jesus eh. Klarong-klaro yung reason ni Jesus dun sa sinabi niyang instruction. You will preach to them. No, you will teach them. You will preach to them. So they are sent with a sole purpose, no, to proclaim. Yun lang. Magsalita ka lang, kumbaga. Pumunta ka doon, magsalita ka. Pag di ka tinanggap, umuwi ka. Pag tinanggap ka, magstay ka. Yun lang yung sinabi ni Jesus, di ba? And I would like to believe na, no, perhaps this is something that the disciples, no, or the apostle really or fully understand. Ito yung pinaka-naiintindihan nila out of all the instruction. Kasi, I'd like to think na ang Diyos hindi siya nag-aim o nagsastrive for success. In this sending of the 12, He is not striving for them to succeed. Or God is not striving for success in a sense of na He is not sending them because they are capable, no, kung nakaya nila, na well-trained sila, or that they have the convincing power, na magagaling silang mag-public speaking. Alam naman nilang hindi, no? Hindi sila ganun kagagaling na tao. Pero alam nila kung ano yung dapat nilang gawin. And the mission is clear. No? Yun naman yung klaro sa kanila. The mission is clear. And it is to proclaim God's word. And they will do that, no? They will do that as a weak, powerless, and unheard people. No? And this is what an apostle's mission is. No? Yung discipleship is not going somewhere sa country na hindi naniniwala sa Diyos, and then you will be martyred, tapos lahat sila biglang naniwala, and then, yay, lahat tayo Katoliko na. Sa Islam, Katoliko, diba? No, hindi yun yung mission, no? Minsan, no, yung mission talaga sa atin ng Diyos is just the ministry of showing up. No, the ministry of showing up and telling. No, magpakita ka lang, sabihin mo yung kailangan mong sabihin. And oftentimes, no, sa mga buhay natin, it is the same ministry that we are being asked of. No, yung mga let's say family members natin na ang hirap-hirap dalhin, yung mga tinig sa lalamunan, yung mga friends natin na hindi mo maintindihan kung ano bang ginagawa sa buhay. Sometimes we are not sent to convince them or to convert them. Sometimes we are sent to them simply to tell na mali na yung ginagawa, or to tell them na parang hindi ata yung tama, pangit yung ginagawa. Then it is for them to accept you, or kung hindi ka nila tatanggapin, just like what the gospel is telling, diba? At kapag hindi ka nila tinanggap, pagpagan mo yung tao, parang gano'n. So, yun nga, apostleship, no, or discipleship, most of the time is the ministry of showing up and telling people. Period. Yun na siya talaga. And the mission, no, really is not to win arguments, no? Hindi para manalo ka sa mga debate, hindi rin para may makonvince, may makonvert, pero simply, no, magsalita ka lang. May sabihin ka lang, to say, no? To tell, to correct, to prophesize, and most importantly, to proclaim. Yun yung pinakaklarong instruction ni Jesus. So the first one is really, to know who you are journeying with, na to know na you are not being sent alone, na pinapadala ka ng may kasama. Hindi para hindi para kahirapan ka kasi minsan cross yung mga kasama mo na yan. But also to journey with you, through ups and downs. For you, yung mga requirements ni Jesus na wag mong dalhin to, wag mong dalhin yan, it's not deprivation. Hindi siya para lang tanggalan ka. But really, to make you freer. Na para talagang mas malaya ka so that you can totally focus yourself to what is more important. And then lastly, simply to show up. Yun naman yung mission talaga ng disciple. To show up and to tell what the people needs to hear. And then boom, isa ka ng disciple. You are one of the 12. So for our prayer for tonight, we can answer 3 of these questions for our moment of prayer. Una, ano ba yung nakastruck sa akin? Whether from the gospel or from the guidelines or from the song. And then, pangalawa is, think of the person na you think is a gift from God who journeys with you. And then pray for them. And then third, if you are thinking of the person who is sent by you, think of the person whom you think is pinapadala ka or you are being sent to. Yung taong pakiramdam mo, binibigay sa iyo ng Diyos para puntahan mo at para mag-proclaim ng salita ng Diyos. So we can have that. We can have a moment of prayer. And afterwards, we can have sharing.